All right. Well, thanks for joining me. So Ryan Langdon's here on our Pure Country Home Hangout. So where are you? Are you in Niagara Falls or whereabouts are you right now?
I live in St. Catharines, Ontario,
Okay.
so not too far, about 15 minutes.
Nice. So I've seen a lot of videos that you've done recently and like following you on socials and stuff. Do you guys live on a farm?
No, my cousin does. Well, he
Okay.
just doesn't live on one, but he works at a farm, so I spend a lot of time there.
Okay. Did you grow up on a farm or just like with your family and stuff going to their place?
Just going with him, hanging out with him. It's always like kind of a good getaway. I didn't grow up on a farm, obviously. I grew up in Niagara Falls, pretty close to the downtown area. So, but having the ability to have that country escape was always kind of awesome for me.
Yeah, I get jealous because I did grow up on horse farms. So every time I see you post about like the farm animals or the horses, I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. I want to be back on the farm. Um,
Yeah.
but you do ride though, don't you?
Yeah, like just kind of started like maybe like the last year I've been getting on horses, and obviously I don't have as much time as I would like to, but it's been kind of an awesome learning curve. My cousin's really good at teaching people how to ride, so
Nice.
he's helped me tremendously on that.
I recommend everyone learning to ride at some point in their life. I think it's such a cool thing to be able to do. And then also like just learning to respect horses and how massive and powerful they are is such a cool thing.
Oh, it's insane, and he's funny too. When he taught me like the first time to get on a horse, we went for like a back like a trail ride, and it was like a really sketchy area, and it was kind of just like throwing me into the fire. Like, all right, buddy, like this horse likes to run, it likes to jump, so I can't promise you, you're gonna be okay. And I'm like, oh, that's good, thanks, man, appreciate it. But within like 5 minutes, this horse is sprinting, and it jumped over like a massive pit. And I was scared, but I like learning like that. Fear is good, good learning.
Yep. You got to get
Information.
thrown into things sometimes and just figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Buck Wild, the video, you have a couple new videos that I want to talk to you about, but Buck Wild, I have to ask because I've watched it a few times and I'm like, who is the guy in the video that is the main character? Who is this gentleman?
So that
Oh, you froze for a second. Hold on.
maybe directed in oh,
It froze for a quick.
am I okay now?
I think you're good now. Okay, so you can start the answer over. I didn't hear any of that, but
Yeah. So the gentleman in the video was his name's Dave Dunham. He actually directed and acted in it. So he did a really cool job. It was so funny at the end of the day when we all saw it. It's amazing that he did both.
yeah, that's a lot of work, but it's cool because it's kind of, very relatable to what everyone's going through. And, when you first hear the song and when you put it out, you're like, you wouldn't maybe have assumed that you would have done a music video like that, but it's kind of awesome. And I think fitting with the times. Then you have your new video out for Crossfaded, which is why I brought up the question of the farm. So how much fun was that to shoot? Because I feel like it was just like, you don't take yourself too seriously all the time. And it's like, you're also enjoying yourself in this crazy weird time that we're in.
Yeah, I try not to take myself serious at all, but yeah, it was one of those kind of videos that we had to like throw together at the last minute, and so I got to spend some time on the farm with my cousin James. So it was just the two of us. We had some like professional lighting and a cell phone, and then we had kind of fans or people that were wanted to be involved in the video, kind of send their submissions to a website, and kind of went from there. And it turned out funny, and it was a good time.
Yeah. And I think it's cool for everyone, that's kind of the way we have to do music videos right now is, either just what you're doing at home or allowing fans to kind of submit and get to be a part of it, which I think is even cooler right now that fans have the ability to get to do that.
Yeah, it's like you said, you really have to just kind of roll with the punches and kind of adapt. And it's funny because especially for Buckwild, our music video plan was to have this extravagant music video with a limo and a big party, and obviously we couldn't do that, so we had to kind of adapt. And Dave killed it, and he made it funny and humorous and entertaining to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, I recommend watching it. And all I wanted after I watched that video was a big giant container of cheese puffs. I was like,
Yeah, absolutely. But mind you, like I like the cheese puffs. I was never a Cheetos guy. I don't know why.
Sure, I'm not either. I like big cheesies, but the Cheetos are just not my thing either.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about snacks in a little bit. Don't worry, because I'm a big snack person. So I'm excited that you're already excited about food.
Love it.
So you did a really cool thing. It's been interesting, I think, to see, what artists do to be creative and, how they interact with fans and do live streams, but yet make it their own. And so I thought what you did was really cool. So you decided over the May long weekend, you did a 4-day festival style thing. Was that your idea that you said, okay, this is something I want to do?
It was kind of like, everybody involved, like the team involved in it, they kind of came up with this concept because I was doing live streams like 3 days a week. I was trying to do it as much as possible. And, a lot of my team, especially my manager, Mike Parkside, he was like, hey, maybe we could do kind of a long weekend May 2-4 party. And I'm like, that sounds great. So it was kind of like we had to learn and adapt. And obviously things don't always go to plan. And we had to kind of make things work, especially on the internet. You don't know any given second, something can kind of delay or burn out. So it was fun.
That's cool. And what was it like? I mean, what's it been like for you? Because as like a newer artist, you're introducing yourself to fans still with your music and stuff. But, this is such a strange time in the world, especially for every artist, because right now, everyone is faced with the exact same adversity. Like you are doing live streams at home, just like Garth Brooks is. Like he's not playing stadiums as opposed to other people playing different venues. It's like, no, we're all in this together and faced with the same thing. So has it been cool to just, be able to interact with fans almost more than you probably would if you were playing a live show?
Yeah, that's the great thing about it is, like you said, being able to interact with the fans and get to actually personally see like messages from them, and you can kind of react to what they want, request or they ask some questions. So it's really awesome, and I appreciate everybody kind of always tuning in. It truly means a lot because at the end of the day, I'd just be singing in my cell phone or my computer, and it would just kind of be depressing. Yeah. But no, it's amazing. It's awesome to have the support, and it's just like you have to adapt and you have to do it. And I find it keeps you like on edge, like it keeps you kind of sharp at being able to play live, because sooner or later that's, the stages are going to come back up and you got to go back on them. So it's always a great way to kind of interact and keep engaged with your fans.
Yeah. And it's cool too. I mean, I've seen you play live last year at the CCMA luncheon. I was like, oh man, because I mean, that's a luncheon of like people sitting down having their brunch. And you have this like big, fiery, explosive show. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see him on a tour and, playing those big stages. But I think it's cool too to see someone like you doing a live stream where people actually get to go, oh, wow, his voice is like awesome, even just with him and a guitar on a cell phone.
I appreciate that. Well, that's how I started, right? Like I didn't really play with bands for a long time. It was just me and my acoustic guitar in a bar, and I was playing 4 or 5 days a week. That's what was my source of income 3-4 years ago. So I had a lot of experience playing live, so it's always great to be able to go back to that and strip everything down and kind of come up with really cool covers and kind of make them your own. I love doing that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so obviously you released your debut EP this year. You've got lots of music videos out, lots of new music people can check out, but is there plans for more to keep coming?
Well, the EP it's not out till June 19th, I believe. So it's coming pretty soon. Obviously, like we're just keep writing. I'm trying to obviously we have to keep writing. Obviously, this is a great time to do so because there's nothing really going on.
Yeah.
But new material. I'd love to be able to maybe do some collaborations with other artists. That'd be a really cool experience. Just waiting game and keep sharp. And, like I said, sooner or later, the shows are going to be starting back up, and I'm really excited to be playing live.
Nice. Okay. Well, speaking of snacks earlier, we are going to play a little snack attack game. So obviously everyone in this time, I feel like we base our, days around food usually, and even more so now. So I want to know what your favorite snacks are. I'm going to give you 2 options. You got to choose one or the other. Snacks and like just dinner and stuff like that. So pizza or tacos?
Oh, that's tough. Like I've really gotten into tacos lately, so I'll probably say tacos.
Nice. I like that. It's a good choice. I'm a taco girl for sure. Okay, let's go with Doritos or Cheesies.
I'm gonna go Doritos.
Yeah.
100%.
Are you regular Doritos or like the nacho or the Cool Ranch or?
I love the jalapeno ones. Those are pretty good. But yeah, Cool Ranch. I like regular Doritos, but I kind of got sick of them. I ate them so much as a child. So.
Let's go kettle corn or popcorn.
Popcorn. Nothing beats like good movie theater popcorn.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. I'm like, I can't get on the kettle corn train. It's just like, don't mess with a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a Coke or a Pepsi guy?
I would say Coke.
Coke. Okay. Beer or whiskey?
That's a great. I'm more of a beer guy. Beer. I like a good whiskey, but like I find myself drinking more beer than whiskey.
Yeah, me too. It's a mood thing. I'm like, if I'm on a cold winter day, I'm all about the whiskey, but like in the summer, beer all the time.
Absolutely.
Okay, macaroni and cheese or tuna casserole?
I'll go mac and cheese.
Okay. Do you do plain Jane mac and cheese or do you spice it up with anything?
I like to add some things that obviously, like, especially when you go to restaurants, they're really cool, like, buffalo chicken mac and cheese and stuff like that. So, but I'll eat it plain.
Okay. Last one, not a this or that, but what's your favorite flavor of chip?
Ooh, I would say barbecue.
Okay.
Because there's just like, especially now, there's like different kinds of barbecue. Like I love like the Miss Vicky's chips, like the Kettle chips.
Miss salt and vinegar, like gun to my head, 100%. Those chips are like my kryptonite. They're dangerous.
Yeah, they're all good. Every chips from Miss Vicky's is really good.
They figured out the chip thing very, very well.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, thank you for doing this. I hope you figure out your cell phone situation and get yourself a
me too.
But we'll just keep an eye out for more live streams and stuff like that. And I urge people to go check out your music videos to just have a good laugh and also listen to a great song. And hopefully we get to see you play all this stuff in real life soon.
Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for doing this. And I hope you have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
See ya.